Good morning, lovelies. Happy Thursday. Oh man, I hope you guys are so well. I know so much shit has been going on in the world lately. The energies are crazy. I hope you're staying grounded and sane and healthy. Okay, I missed you guys. I appreciate your patience as always. I've gotten moved. I've gotten pretty much well organized now. So I'm really going to push myself to be more consistent and setting up personal boundaries better with what I need to do, which is also what I want to talk about today, okay? Boundaries. If you're on my Instagram, I have two. There's a healing page. It's Blissfully Aware Healing 888, just like my YouTube channel. If you want to go follow me there, that would be awesome. And like and subscribe here if you like my content. I want you guys to know that anything I say is obviously just my opinion and things that I've experienced through my life. So I would love for you to take what resonates and just leave what doesn't, okay? If it doesn't make sense to you and it doesn't apply to you, then just leave it here for somebody else, okay? Anyways, back on my Instagram, I've been talking about boundaries. I've posted a couple things about it. I feel like a lot of people are having issues with keeping their boundaries, knowing how to set boundaries, because we've been taught from a young age to, you know, give, but we're never taught how to receive. Part of receiving is receiving, you know, blessings from yourself and giving yourself time and self-love to accomplish what you need to accomplish, okay? You're not being cruel at all if you say no to demands on your time, demands on your schedule. There's time for everything, guys, and as soon as we learn to organize that and say no to things that we need to say no to and set up those boundaries, we'll have so much more that we're able to accomplish, and we'll feel much more centered, happy, able to help others easier. Again, with the oxygen mask, you know, put yours on before you help anybody else, okay? Trust me, I'm going through this, been going through it. I think I learn it, I think I get it, and then I don't. And then there's another boundary that I need to learn to set up, okay? One of them is for me, is to start saying no to demands on my time, as far as, you know, when I'm answering questions or helping people out. I don't mind it at all. I love to, but I seem to try to do that all day long throughout my day, and it takes away from me focusing on what I need to focus on. These are distractions, okay? Lots of distractions we have between social media, things outside of ourselves, spouses, pets, anything like that. Pets can even infringe on your boundaries too, guys. So I want you to keep that in mind also. It's okay to say no. If you've taken your pet out, if you've taken care of them, they've eaten, they've gone to the bathroom, you've shown them love, played with them a little bit, for the time being, you've done what you need to do, okay? Just because they may be coming up and bringing you the ball a million times a day, I won't say any names, that doesn't mean that you have to feel bad for not playing with them or dropping everything. Same goes with anything or anyone else. Okay, you guys? So let's get into that a little bit more. What is a boundary? Okay, boundary is a definite place where your responsibility ends and another person's begins. It stops you from doing things for others that they should be doing for themselves. Okay? Parents, you guys do that a lot too, right? I know they're your children, they're your babies, and you want to guide them and make sure that they don't go through as much pain. You know, stay away from any of the bad things in life. Protecting them, guiding them, shielding them sometimes isn't the best for them, okay? You have to let go at some point and let them experience the failures, you know, anything that they need to experience for themselves that'll help them grow as a person, okay? There's trials and tribulations that we've all had to go through that if we hadn't have gone through them, we certainly wouldn't be the people that we are today, right? We've learned lessons that we've learned. We've gotten through some tough times only to come out better on the other side, right? So if your children are being shielded from all of this stuff all of their lives, they're not going to be able to experience true life and what they need to go through. I know it's hard sometimes to let go. I'm just a pet parent. I'm not a human parent yet, but I do understand the importance of being able to let go and let them live the life and walk the path that they need to for themselves, okay? So just remember that. Boundary also prevents you from rescuing someone from the consequences of their destructive behavior. that they need to experience in order to grow. If you're sheltered and you're naive about a bunch of things, and you'll go out into the world not knowing, and almost maybe getting hurt more because of the naiveness of not being experienced to this type of stuff at an earlier age, letting them go through the things they need to go through. Try to do that, okay? All right, let me get back centered again. All right, so those are what boundaries are. This is as far as waking up in the morning and making sure you're taking time for your needs before you take care of anyone else's needs also, okay? You matter the most in your life, guys. Don't think it's cruel to say no to someone when it's in reality super cruel to, not say no to them for yourself, okay? It's being very cruel to yourself, not setting up boundaries and focusing what you need to focus on in this lifetime. There's wonderful ideas and experiences and maybe some advice that you need to share with someone that you're too busy putting everyone else first instead of, expressing the feelings, expressing the things that you want to express. I'm going to talk about the signs you have poor boundaries, this is kind of what I'm trying to get into now. Take time for yourself. If you need a bath, take a bath. If you need to go be quiet and get away from everybody for a couple hours, go do that. It is not a bad thing that we've been trained, right, from childhood to believe we have to be here to give and serve all the time. The first person you should be giving to is yourself, to be able to give to others, okay? A lot of us also don't know why we're here, don't know our purpose, don't know what we should be doing. Think back to when you were a kid, to the most fun thing, the thing that makes you happy, the thing that you could do all day, every day, and not be tired of and be enthusiastic about, right? That's why you're here. That's the gift you're here to share with the world, okay? This preconceived notion that we have to grow up, graduate, go to college, get married, have a family, I've spoken about this before. That doesn't have to be the order of everything. That is not the natural order of everything. That is society trying to put these limitations on us to not reach for our highest self, to not reach our highest potential. Plus, there's fears that pop up with that, right? Fears that pop up with listening to others' opinions over our own intuition. And this is a boundary also, a personal boundary that we have to learn to set up, okay? Your intuition and your opinions matter. Just because someone else puts their opinion on you, maybe telling you you're wrong about something you're wanting to do or that you'll fail at doing it, that's just their fears being projected onto you. So please don't let them override what you know is true to yourself, okay? Let's get into some signs that you have poor boundaries. I did post this the other day on my Instagram too, so you may have seen it already, but if not, I'm gonna go through it. No Nonsense Oracle Messages here on YouTube. This is where she posted, I believe, on her community page. She has a lot of helpful information there, so if you guys want to go check her out, I would definitely consider doing that. All right, if you have poor boundaries, you hate letting people down. You feel a lot of guilt when taking care of yourself. You feel burned out. You say yes when you don't want to say yes. It's okay to say no. I'm going to say this a million times in this video. Say no to one thing today or one thing this week that you would normally say yes to that you don't like saying yes to. Take your power back. Pay attention to how that feels when you do say no and you do take your power back and you have time for yourself. It's a beautiful thing. It really is, you guys. When you agree to keep the peace, you just agree with whatever the person's saying because you don't want to argue about it. Okay, there's never a necessary situation where you disagree and it has to turn into an argument. Okay, you can disagree with somebody with grace, with kindness, with compassion, and it's okay to disagree. Okay, you don't have to agree about everything. You can respect somebody else's opinion and still have your own, and that's okay because you're each on your own path. It doesn't mean you're each right or wrong or anything about that. Now, this doesn't include anything to do with hate. I'm talking about anything to do with love, no judgment. I'm just saying personal opinions maybe about how something should be done. That's okay. You can have your opinion and I can have mine, and we can go about our day valuing our own opinions And maybe I'll try something that you suggest one day, and if it doesn't work for me, then I'll go back to what does work for me, okay? It's all right to experiment and fail too, okay? Hold on, because I have a really good quote the other day that came up that I thought was super awesome. That helped me, actually. Hopefully I can find it in a timely manner for you guys. Well, I might be able to find it. Or maybe not. Oh, I know I have it right here, guys. Sorry. I really want to find that for you. Just right now. Oh, here it is. Ha! I didn't transfer it yet into my actual book, so. Courage is going failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. You're not going to get through life without having failures. You're not going to get through life without having some bad experiences and some pain and stuff like that, okay? So try something new, all right? But set your boundaries and know that anybody else's opinion is just their opinion, and that yours and your intuition matter the most, okay, on your path. Sorry, I think I got off topic there just a little bit. If you avoid speaking up when your feelings are hurt, then that's a poor boundary, okay? You're allowed to express your opinion. It doesn't matter if they don't agree with you, all right? If your feelings are hurt, you need to tell the people that hurt your feelings. Say it with compassion and love, but you can still let them know. If you feel taken advantage of, you gotta set those boundaries better. If you feel responsible for the happiness of others, you gotta set those boundaries better. Other people are not your responsibility. Your children are for a while, but at some point, like I said, you have to cut those cords and let them go. They are grown-ass people at some point, and they have to experience life for themselves. If you're taking on that, that's not fair to you. You're taking on all this responsibility of other people. You're only responsible for yourself. Because even with the children dynamic, if you have children, if you're responsible for yourself and you're setting those boundaries and making sure that you're happy before anything else, you're gonna spread that happiness and joy to your children automatically, right? It's much easier to take care of other people when you're not doing it with resentment and anger. And if you're giving away too much of your time, that is also a poor boundary that you have, okay? I've been doing that a lot. I've been thinking I have to help everybody all day, every day. Again, something I've talked about before. But now that I've moved and I feel like I'm ready to restructure my schedule and start saying no more, I can you know, help people as soon as I'm done with the things I need to do. So that's something I'm definitely learning and working on every day, all day. So let's go back a little bit. Remember that when you put yourself first, so will others. When you put yourself last, so will others. I've seen a lot of people that are kind of complaining lately about, why does all this happen to me? What is going on? Why do people treat me this way? You train people how to treat you, okay? So don't train them to put you last. If you're showing them that you put you first and you matter first and your needs matter first, and you say no and yes when is necessary and when is the appropriate times, they will start doing the same for you. The people that don't respect your boundaries, unfortunately, will start falling out of your life. And I can't even say unfortunately. They're not for your highest good, okay? So don't mourn that loss when people are not in your life anymore that were disrespecting your boundaries. Why would you let anybody disrespect you? Okay? Having people respect you starts with respecting yourself. When people see that you don't take care of yourself and you don't respect yourself, then they have no reason to do the same, right? So remember that. All right, I'm gonna pull a few cards also today to maybe help with some advice for you guys. Anybody that's needing to hear it, the angels, I believe, will put out what's need to be here for who's gonna watch this video that's gonna need to be heard. Maybe some advice that'll come through, little tips to change things every day. You need to simplify your schedules, okay? You don't have to handle 50 things every day. Again, something I talked about, I think, in my last video. Make a priority list. What do you want out of your life? And then set goals to make sure that you're focusing on those things every day. Stop being distracted. Stop sitting on your phone for 5 hours a day looking at mundane shit, looking at other people's lives and comparing your life to theirs. Their life is not your life. Your life is your life. You have gifts that only you can express to this world that nobody else has, and you're holding them inside for what? Because you're too busy taking care of other people? Because you're too busy being scared about what other people are going to think about you expressing yourself? Quit that shit, man. So there's many types of personal boundaries also that I wanted to talk about. That is, I'd like to thank Boss Tarot on YouTube. His channel is awesome too. He has some helpful videos that I would recommend going to check out if you want some advice. He's kind of no nonsense like the other lady is. Super helpful, so go check them out. Boss Tarot and No Nonsense Oracle Messages here on YouTube. Types of personal boundaries are, number one, physical boundaries. That includes your personal space, physical touch. What is appropriate versus what's not appropriate. And it's based on the type of relationship you have with that person, of course. Not everybody gets to touch you. Not everybody gets a hug, okay? If you don't feel right and the vibe's wrong and you don't want to touch that person, then don't. Say no. Express your feelings. Put up that personal boundary. Emotional boundaries. This refers to respecting your feelings. And you respecting your own feelings, showing other people what feelings that they need to respect also. When you ask for something to be respected, even from yourself, like I said, make sure you're doing that. Because when you're not putting out respect for yourself to the universe, then the universe is going to send you disrespectful people. Limits on how much personal info you share and when. You don't have to tell anybody your whole life story. Feel comfortable. Be comfortable with sharing only what you feel comfortable with sharing. Those are boundaries also. You don't, just because somebody asks you a question, you don't have to answer it. If you don't feel comfortable answering it, say no. Intellectual boundaries, yes. This refers to respecting thoughts and ideas, awareness of appropriate discussion. Some discussions aren't appropriate, or maybe it's not the right time for that discussion, okay? It's all right to shut that down too. Say, no, I don't feel comfortable talking about this. Or I feel like we should discuss this when I'm less angry or you're less angry or when we're both in a better place, right? That's okay to put that boundary up also. Big personal boundaries that I think some of us, just being a female, I know in the past I've struggled with this, is sexual boundaries, okay? Don't let anyone force you, male or female, don't let anyone force you into a sexual, compromising situation to where it makes you feel very uncomfortable. Say no, walk out, do what you need to do. You know, make sure that you're following your intuition about any red flags or any feelings that pop up, that you're not getting yourself into situations to where 3 steps ago you should have already said no and now you're in a dangerous situation because you didn't put those sexual boundaries up, okay? Say no, guys, ladies, everyone, say no. It's okay, I promise you. Nobody has the right to touch you sexually. Again, hugging you, kissing you, even touching your hair, touching your tattoos, you know, that is disrespectful against your boundaries. Don't let people do that, and don't feel bad for telling them to stop, okay? They can look at you and call you a bitch or call you whatever they want for saying that, an asshole for being rude. When in actuality, you're not. You're taking your power back and you're stepping up for yourself. Okay, and then those types of people won't be coming around you anymore when they know that you can't be fucked with, all right? Boundaries on your time. What have we been talking about all day, right? How your time is used, making time for all aspects of your life before tending to others' needs, okay? Set your schedule so that your needs are met before anyone else's is, okay? Wake up early if you need to meet your needs before anyone else's. If you have to take care of your kids around 7 or 8 to get them to school, then wake up at 6 and go to bed at an appropriate time. That's respecting yourself. You're respecting your need for sleep, for rest, to make sure that you awaken with motivation, so that you're refreshed for the next day. And then wake up in time to take care of yourself. Again, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever time you need to meditate, to smell some beautiful flowers, to smell some essential oils, to take a bath, whatever you need to do to get yourself ready for the day and to be able to help other people, do that first, please. And material boundaries. This refers to money and possessions, setting limits on what you share with others and who you will share it with. Not everybody deserves your help. Not everybody deserves your time. Not everyone deserves for you to spend money on them, okay? I'm sorry, but not every homeless person deserves your money either. You have to use your intuition and pick and choose who and when you should be helping. Just because you have the money doesn't mean you're supposed to help everyone, okay? Discernment, you guys. I want to make a video about discernment too, but we're sticking with boundaries for this one. That'll be for next time. Yeah, so I think I've said all that I need to say with my notes. Scheduling is the biggest thing, and saying no. I cannot stress that enough. I am going to pull a few cards that'll just show us maybe some things we need to work on this week, some messages that you maybe need to hear from the universe, from our angels, our ancestors. Sit down and make sure you're quieting your mind. If you don't know what to do next, if you don't know what step to take next, if you stop and quiet your mind, what are your intentions? What are your priorities? Take care of yourself first, and then move forward each day, okay? Progress, no matter how small, is wonderful. Movement is not progress. Those two are not the same thing. Just because you're moving around all day and trying to accomplish 15 things and get 15 things done, if you scatter your energy into 15 things and get nothing done, that's no progress. If you focus on 1 or 2 things per day that you can get a little bit of progress with, or learn a little bit more about yourself, or have some growth that day, perfect. That's exactly what you need to be doing. Don't think that movement, don't confuse that with progress. It's not the same thing, you guys, okay? So a couple cards today for the collective, for my beauties out there, my lovelies, on this beautiful Thursday. I swear I'm gonna say the day wrong. I keep thinking that that's what's gonna happen. Ooh, that was a whole lot. Okay, I'm gonna reshuffle those. A few more messages. They're just flying out everywhere. Okay, so we'll take these. My goodness, so many things need to be said, because I believe that I need to be more consistent on my videos, because so much that I need to say too. So I promise you guys I'll be working on that. Focus on myself to focus on what I need to focus on for us and for the betterment of the world, okay? We have believe, dance, shine, strength, love, vision, listen, watch, choice, and gift. So that to me speaks a lot to what's going on. Believe that you have the vision. Believe that your vision for your future is and can happen, will happen, as long as you take those necessary steps to go forward, okay? Which includes having boundaries. When we marry intention with action, that's when miracles happen, okay? So if you're sitting around thinking about what you need to do all day and procrastinating on not actually doing it because you feel overwhelmed with how much you need to do, or you don't know what step to take first, make a list. Make a list of 10 things you need to do, and then pick 2 things to do that day and get them done. That's it, right? When your intention marries with that action, you'll start to, not only will you get those things done you needed to do, but along the way, there'll be so many beautiful miracles and prayers that'll be answered that you would have never dreamed of, because you just needed to get up and start moving, right? A little bit of progression every day. Pay attention to your visions. There are signs, symbols, and messages that are divinely placed in our path that guide us to the right direction. Again, if you're getting up and starting to do anything on your list that you need to get done for yourself, those signs and symbols are going to start to pop up, and you're going to start to realize that help is all around you, and you're never alone, and you are on the right path, okay? As long as you're practicing self-love and taking care of you. Comes back to listening. When we feel overly attached to an outcome, it's simply an indication that we need to reconnect, with our wise self. So when you put your intentions out there and you're focused on love and you're focused on taking care of yourself and being in the present moment and not attached on the outcome of, well, what if I have to, don't be attached to that, because whatever you truly want, the universe will give you, as long as you're listening and following what you need to follow, okay? Doing what you need to do for yourself, and that will automatically overflow into being able to help other people. When we ask for guidance, take action, and put our faith in an outcome we can't yet see, we begin to dance with grace, okay? That goes super in line with when we marry intention with action, that miracles happen. Again, just take the smallest bit of action and the smallest progress, you guys. Step into the light. You are a gift to the world. And then we also had gift come up too. Grace is a gift from God. We don't need to work hard to earn it, feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender our needs to receive it. The gift of grace is our birthright. Again, going back to what your passion was as a kid, what you love to do, what you could focus on all day and not get tired of, guys, all right? You might fail. Some people might tell you that it's shit, that your dream is horrible. Fuck them. Don't listen to those people, okay? They're not on your path. You have the strength to carry through. Face your fear. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise and a gift that makes us stronger, more conscious, and ultimately more alive. Again, failures, challenges, those are all part of life and a beautiful part of life. One of my favorite analogies, is that the right word, that I use is Monopoly, right? When you play Monopoly, you might win, you might get all the property, and you might get all the money at the end, but I bet you lost a bit in the meantime, okay? What did you do? You just overcame it, and you regrouped, and you got your money back, and you kept moving forward. That is just like real life. You have to keep moving forward because you have a choice. For every action that there is a reaction, so choose wisely, okay? If you're sharing your gift and your boundaries, setting your boundaries with love and compassion, you can't go wrong, you guys. You would not believe the difference in the way people will react to you when you come at them from a place not of anger, not of resentment, not of tiredness. When you come to them with love and peace and centeredness and knowing of yourself, wow, it's a beautiful thing to watch, okay? It really is. Make sure that you're sharing your heart. To love one another is the ultimate expression of grace. Again, share your boundaries with love. All of this to me is intertwined with each other, making sure that you are being your truest self every day, setting the boundaries that you need to, and fulfilling your life, living to your fullest potential. You are all wonderful, beautiful creatures of this earth, and I don't want you to go to your grave holding those gifts back from others that need to hear what you have to say, okay? Because it may help them. Little do you know that you setting a boundary with somebody else may enable them to set boundaries with others in their life, and that'll help them tremendously. You see? So even setting a boundary is a gift because you send those people off in their life, in their day, with thinking about, wow, they said no to me. They've never said no before. Maybe I should start saying no in some areas of my life, right? Because I matter too. Of course. Of course you do. That's why I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your patience, kindness, understanding. I will do my best to stay on my schedule and get my gifts out there more as I need to, because I do want to help as much as I can. So thank you guys so much again. Like and subscribe if you find it helpful, or just tell somebody if you didn't find it helpful and you think it'll help somebody else. If you would tell them about it, that would be awesome. I am a tattoo artist and artist in general. I do healing art and tattoos. You can go check out my Instagram page, Facebook page. It's Lindsay Tattoos, LNZ Tattoos. And again, I have my healing page on Instagram, Blissfully Aware Healing 888. Same name as this page here. So yes, I send you guys off this Thursday with so much love and compassion. I hope you have the best day ever. Set your boundaries, live your life to the fullest potential, and listen to what God in the universe has for you, because it's beautiful, beautiful blessings and gifts. Okay? I love you guys. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.